Before I started my own business, I used to work for 2 decades for a Fortune 500 company, helping them grow. As you would expect, they had resources to do lots of different things. And one of the things they did really well was annual planning. They would have a team of people develop annual planning processes. They would include the whole organization. They would leverage these great tools to put out a great plan for the year that could get shared across the full organization to make sure the company was heading in the direction that was intended. When I started my own business, I had the intention of doing the same thing, but I found that while I understood the processes, the commitment to utilize these, what turned out to be very cumbersome processes, just didn't fit with a small business owner who was trying to run a business, make a living, and plan for his business. It was just impossible to do all of those. Over time, I continued to refine the process. I would take these tools and I would narrow them down to just what was necessary to help make a planned direction forward. And as I took these individual tools and narrowed them down, I started building them into a process that helped me as a small business owner in a reasonable amount of time set a plan for the direction that I was going. As I started sharing this with other business owners that were talking to me about, I feel like my business has gone off course a little bit. I'm not really sure how to get it back on track toward the direction that I intended when I started this business. Most small business owners have a passion. They want to do something specific. Their business has gone off track. What have I done to keep my business on track? I started sharing this process with them. What I found was many of them didn't have an annual plan, not because they didn't have the ability to develop one, they just didn't have the time like most small business owners. So by giving them this process that they could do in a reasonable amount of time, coaching them through it, helped them to steer their business back in the direction that they wanted to go. It helped them to do more of the work they love with clients that appreciate their value and differentiate themselves in the marketplace. That was the start of Revive Business Planning. I took this process, a desire to help other people, and help them create plans that give them the business back that they intended in the first place. If that sounds like something that would be valuable to you, I'd love to talk to you to see if we can help get your business on track to being the business you intended from the start.